All right, good morning, everybody. Oh, let me try that again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. We are continuing in the Beechcraft King Air 350i. We're going from Sioux City to Moline, so Iowa to Illinois. Should have a pretty smooth arrival this time. And I'm going to adjust the time just a bit here, just to, because it's not, we don't want it that late in the morning, just a little bit. Mr. Addies, if you're here, please say hello. All right, let's get in here and get things set up. Paging Mr. Addies. Mr. Addies. Thank you. Good morning, Mick. How are you? Nice to see you here. Take it you took a night off from streaming last night, right? Unless I missed something. I didn't see any alerts or anything that you had gone live. I think Pulse was the only one that was live last night. All right, let's get in here and get our stuff set up. Get all our lights on. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Let's turn those off. That back in place. All right, let's call in for our clearance.
Sioux City ground, Froggy Tree 1 Tree IFR to Quad City, ready to copy.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree is cleared to Quad City Airport as filed. Take off runway tree 6 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 125.025 squawk 0012.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree cleared to Quad City Airport as filed. Take off runway tree 6 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 125.025 squawk 0012.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day.
Yeah, I think your internet's acting up again there, Mr. Addies.
Sioux City ground, Froggy Tree 1 Tree with India ready to taxi IFR.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree taxi, 2 and hold short of runway tree 6 via taxiway Alpha Cross runway tree 1. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 6 via taxiway Alpha Cross runway tree 1 Froggy Tree 1 Tree. Sioux City ground, Froggy Tree 1 Tree requesting pushback.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree pushback request accepted.
Right. We're just going to go right to that runway right there. I'll pop off the brake here once they connect. Otherwise, I think my plane's going to go crazy. Go forward too much. To the right,
Sioux City
please.
ground, Froggy Tree 1 tree requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft.
Oh, interesting. Look at the way that it sent us goes right through that building. That doesn't make any sense.
Sioux City ground, Froggy Tree 1 tree requesting the end of pushback.
Froggy Tree 1 tree request to end. Pushback received.
Yeah, this thing just wants to go. It is raring to go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Stop plane, please and thank you. Ay, yay. Back to clearance. Well, I guess you could call it that, Joseph. I mean, it's doesn't really have the blue on the plane. That's the only thing. There's other planes that have more of a probably an English motif due to the colors. This is just red and white. I guess, I mean, the was it St. George's Cross, I guess, is...
Sioux City Tower Froggy Tree 1 tree at runway tree 6 ready for departure IFR to Quad City. Froggy Tree 1 tree altimeter tree 0.1 tree wind tree 37 at 15. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 6.
Come on.
Cleared for takeoff
Why
runway
is
tree
this
6 Froggy Tree 1 tree.
3013? Of course, it's going to do this to me now. Alright, we're almost ready here. I just want to make sure this is all dialed in before we go. There we go. We can clear that out. This is going to be kind of a tricky... I want to get right at that end of the runway there. So we have the most room available for our takeoff. Oh, I have a nice flight planned for this Saturday, for Spitfire Saturday. I think, Mick, you're going to appreciate this the most. Let's make sure we have everything all set. I need to put the flight director on. Get her. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice flight Saturday in the Spitfire. A lot of history. Oh, on. Well, there. I know it's one of the. What's it called? God, this thing is not climbing. Oh, it is, but it doesn't feel like it is.
Froggy Tree 13, contact Minneapolis departure on 125.025.
It's,
Good day.
wow, wow, that does not look good. I'm looking at,
Going to 125.025.
geez, that looked terrible for a second.
Minneapolis departure Froggy Tree
Oh,
13
I did
is
not
at
want that there.
2,100 feet, climbing 13,000 feet. Froggy Tree 13, Minneapolis departure altimeter 30.13. Continue as planned.
Hold on, I gotta change something here because I was working on something for Saturday, and I put on some navigation aids, routes and waypoints. Hello, Pithers. There's a railroad that was based out of near Moline, Rock City, I think it was. Railroad. I drove through there actually when I left on my way to Des Moines when I was driving through Union, Illinois. And so yeah, that is there. If that's what you're talking about, Mick. I don't know what other history there could be there. Yeah, I don't know either, Mick. It's everything should be fine. You know, I don't. My internet bill is not due, so it shouldn't be that. It's just, something's not right. I don't know. I'm doing okay, Pithers. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. So let's. Oh, I forgot to pull up our flight plan so we can kind of look ahead here. I know what part of the problem is. I don't have. Forgot to get the revs up there. Okay, so we're only supposed to go to about 26, flight level 260, but I don't know if we really are or not. Okay. But we should be kind of flying straight into the runway, so it shouldn't be, we're not going to be turning or anything crazy like that. So, cutting out, and I'm seeing the picture turn to pixels sometimes. Yeah, I saw that. I looked over a moment ago. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Is it better on Twitch? Can you check, Mick? Or somebody, please? It might be better on Twitch. It might just be a problem with... I don't know. Tell me if it's better on Twitch if you can. Because it says I have an excellent connection. Yeah, just if somebody can tell me if it's better on Twitch, because I mean, I'm trying to monitor both as best as I can, but sometimes it's a little difficult to do. It looks fine on Twitch, but yeah, if somebody can go over there and look, I'd appreciate that. So yeah, Saturday we're gonna have a flight. We're gonna go from Dunkswell. Now I did a little bit of research. It looks fine over on Twitch. Okay, is it better here now, Mick? Oh, okay, it looks better there. Is it better? Is it better now on YouTube? Has it kind of sorted itself out? Or is it still kind of wonky on YouTube?
313 contact Minneapolis Center on 119.6.
Oh, okay.
Good day.
Well, I guess you just have to watch it on Twitch in the
Going to
meantime.
119.6 Froggy
If I have to delete this one and download it again, I guess that's what I'll do.
Is passing 11,000 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
So yeah,
Minneapolis Center altimeter 30.15. Continue as planned.
I looked for the airfield where Echo Company 506, Easy Company, not Echo, Easy Company 506 from the show Band of Brothers. That was about the history of their jump into Normandy on D-Day and everything. So I found the airfield. The problem is you can't. It's not an open airfield anymore. I can land on it, but it looks like garbage, and there's buildings in the way and all kinds of stuff. So
and maintain flight level 230. Climb and maintain flight level 230 Froggy Tree 13.
So I did a pass over. I landed on the field, but it's just garbage. It's jumping again. Okay, then just watch over on Twitch then for the time being. I'll just delete the one on YouTube and have to upload it again. So yeah, I guess Twitch is your best option right now then. But we'll continue on, and we won't change anything right now. So anyway, as I was saying, so I found the airfield where they took off from when they made their jump into Normandy. So we're going to take off. We're going to fly over that airfield, and we're going to turn and come back and land, because there's an airport that we took off from when we did the flying tour of the beaches there in Normandy. So we're gonna well, I don't know what to tell you there, Joseph. Just, you're fine. You don't have to text. It's okay. Just, you can watch. It's fine. I don't know why it won't let you, but I can't. I don't think I have any settings where you can't, so it should be fine. You should be able to, because other people who just started watching, but I don't know what. I don't know what's going on, but you know, you don't have to text. It's fine. You can just, if you want to watch, you can text in YouTube. I don't know, whichever you want to do, Joseph. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to go across the channel. We're going to land in Normandy, and we'll call it a day. But yeah, I was really, I was looking, because when I rewatched the series, now I may be pronouncing this wrong, and Mick, you can correct me if I am. The area that they were at was Upotri or Upotri? Which one is it? Or am I pretty close to it, or am I completely off? All right, we are still headed to Singer. So there was a huge distance between where we took off and that point. So this is going to be a major chunk of our flight right here. We're headquarters of John Deere's in Moline. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. I guess that makes sense, because you got Iowa, and you got a lot of farming stuff there in that area, so that makes sense. Hello, Amela. Welcome. Nice to see you here. So yeah, I think that's going to be a great flight on Saturday for our Spitfire Saturday. But yeah, I had to look it up, and then I was looking, and I had to kind of guesstimate which airport would be closer, but it's not on any of the maps or whatever. Learn something new every day. Yeah, exactly. Wonder if they have a. Wonder if they have a museum there at their headquarters. Has everything kind of settled down here now on YouTube, or is it still acting up? Can somebody tell me real quick? Because it may just be that first part is just kind of wonky. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to plan on... Ooh, I gotta change my altimeter barometric. Say I get to talking and then it's doing this thing where it's skipping. There's that. And oops. YouTube is still playing up. Okay. Now, I guess I'm just gonna have to. I'll delete this one after we're done, and I'll re-upload it. Well, that sucks. Well, at least if it's on Twitch, for the time being, it just means I lose the thumbs up that I've gotten already. Let's see, folks can go back in later on and give it a thumbs up again. I greatly appreciate that if you feel so inclined.
Climb and maintain flight level 260.
Oh, that's right. I did say we were going to go to about 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 Froggy Tree 13.
Oh, I'm up to 5 likes, and now I'm going to have to delete this video because it's acting wonky on YouTube. That's terrific. Outstanding. Man. I think that's like the first morning I've had like 5 likes like that, and now it's just... And of course, YouTube's playing up. Go figure. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll have to try to figure out why that is, or I don't know. Wow, what, Joseph? You say wow, and I don't know what... Would you care to elaborate, Joseph? Oh, okay, it's settled down at the moment. All right, well, then I'm just going to leave it as it is, and just... It'll be what it'll be. I don't want to lose the 5 likes. To be honest, I do appreciate that. That's really awesome. Because usually it's been like a couple here or there, which is fine. You know, I know people give the thumbs up whenever they feel I've earned it. Yes, Australia Qantas Airlines. What is your question? If I can answer it, I will, of course. But before I answer, please do read the description because there's usually a lot of questions. Yeah, I know. What's your question? Yeah, I recognize you have a question. What is your question? Australia Qantas Airlines. If I can answer it, I'll try. But generally, a lot of the questions that I do get on average in my stream, the answers are in the description. 1 minute it's jumping and 1 minute it's not. Well, then it is what it is. We're just going to continue on. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the Qantas's question.
Froggy Tree 13, contact Minneapolis Center on 13.4.0. Good day. 1 tree, 4.0 for Froggy Tree 1 tree. Minneapolis Center, Froggy Tree 1 tree, flight level 260.
Froggy Tree 1 tree, Minneapolis Center, continue as planned.
Arriving to the town, the drive called, oh, wow, John Deere Town. Interesting. They must have some kind of a museum there, I would imagine. It would make sense for them to. Back in year 7, I got pulled over for jaywalking over tram tracks. I got warned. Can they put that on my records? If you got only a warning... story time. Yeah, we'll talk... Well, I do kind of have a story time. Got pulled over for... So they questioned you, or they just warned you. I don't know. That's Australian law. I couldn't even begin to imagine what the answer would be on that. Yeah, I would say most warnings, if they didn't ticket you or bring you in for fingerprinting, then it's not on the record. It's just a verbal warning to not do it again. If they really wanted to press it, they probably would have charged you with something, and then it would have been on your record. But that's like a minor ticket usually in most places, and once you pay the fine, then it's, you know. So story time. One of the things that I've noticed, and we're kind of bringing back the Band of Brothers into things, even though we're gonna talk more about them on Saturday when we fly the Spitfire over Upotri. The thing that I noticed the most is it's a story about their exploits in World War II, but at the core of it, what I noticed is it's a story about leadership and the differences between, you know, eventually major winners and everybody else. Yeah, it's just a warning. I wouldn't worry about it. It's not on your record. It shouldn't be. I would check. I mean, you could always check with the courts or check if they could run your record and see what you have on there, if necessary. And every time when I watch it, I notice that what Major Winters goes through when he's a lieutenant and moving on up is that what I notice a lot in my time in the Army is that sometimes you have a leader like Major Winters, and even if they're an NCO, sometimes you have an officer like that, or you have somebody like Captain Sobel, or like that full-bird colonel who was in charge of the brigade, or you know, he was like the guy that was always handing down orders. I think he was the brigade commander. I can't remember, but anyway, the differences, and it always makes me think about my own time in the military, that you have solid leaders who cared. You know, Major Winters was tough, but he was fair, and I think he always, you know, if he could look out for his men in a way that they could also get the mission done, that was his major motivation, not to get glory for himself or anything, but he wanted to make sure as many of those guys made it home as possible, I think. And it was very evident after a while that was his mindset, I think. But I always think about that when I watch that show. There's always somebody like Captain Sobel, who they treat people like garbage. Now, I will give Captain Sobel credit, because when I was rewatching the first episode when they were running up Currahee and all this stuff, and he's punishing people for minor infractions, and I've known people like that in the military. They look for every little thing they can just to take something away from you. And it doesn't matter how hard you work at it, they'll always find something. Now, the one thing that he did do was he did force them all to become a company. You know, they had to, because they despised him so much, they were forced to work together to get through his bullshit, basically. And that's, in a way, it worked. You know, he did drive them together, so that's a positive. But the way he went about it, they hated him so much. Like, they, you know, there was a scene when they were talking about if they had to go to war, Captain Sobel was going to be he was going to be KIA, because either the Germans were going to shoot him or one of the guys in the company was going to shoot him. You know, and that's not a good thing either. But that they were already thinking about that showed how much they didn't trust him. And that's not a good thing as a combat leader. If your soldiers don't trust you, that you're going to make bad decisions and get them killed, then yeah, that's not a positive thing. But I'm always, because the story of Easy Company is an interesting one. I've read the book that the show is based on, but but I think more so it's not so much about their exploits of what they did in World War II. I think at the core of it, it's a leadership lesson, and there's little short clips on YouTube of, you know, when, you know, they Captain Sobel wanted to he was going to give punishment to Lieutenant Winters, and he said, you can take the punishment or you can ask for a court-martial. And Winters is like, screw it, I'll ask for a court-martial. And ultimately, I don't think the court-martial went anywhere. He wasn't found guilty of anything in particular. So, and it was surprising that Captain Sobel would just say, take the punishment. You know, you don't go off post anyway, or, you know, just take the punishment and be done with it. But it reminded me that the people who push for those sorts of things, they're not doing it for a valid reason, I don't think. There was no lesson to be learned in what happened with the lieutenant. He did everything did everything to the time frame he was given, and then because Captain Sobel changed it, now there's no telling if he actually sent a runner. It's his word against the lieutenants. But that sort of stuff, you know, when a leader like Sobel dumps on people, then after a while, at some point they're going to say, I've had enough, and I'm not going to get dumped on anymore. And that's exactly what happened, I think, with Lieutenant Winters at that point. But yeah, if you haven't seen the series, watch it if you can. It's really good. But yeah, I watch it more because I noticed that those differences in leadership, or when towards the end of the series where they were across from some town. There was like a little river between, and they went over there. They took a couple boats. They captured a couple Germans and brought them back as prisoners of war. And then the full-board colonel wanted them to go back the next night. Major Winters is like, okay, sir, fine. And then he told the guys, how long do you think that sort of thing would take for you to do? A couple hours? Okay. Then you're going to say that you went, and I'm going to file a report that you went, and there was nothing else to be found, and we're done. And which I think that showed that he recognized that colonel was not. He was looking more for his own glory, because whatever Easy Company did, it made him look good. So they were like, "Oh, this is keep rolling the dice and doing these things and taking chances that aren't necessary." But yeah, that's story time. But I enjoy watching the series. I've got it on Amazon Prime now permanently, and I can watch it again whenever I want. But yeah, so there you go. The end. Yeah, I think Saturday is going to be really awesome. I'm glad I was able to find that airfield. I did land on it and kind of taxi around and just check things out, but it's a bit the airfield. There's one part of the airfield, I think it's the longest airstrip there, which I think is where they took off in the transport planes when they were going over to Normandy. But there's a part where it seems like the airfield itself is sunk, like the ground underneath is eroded or gotten wet or something, or saturated, and the airfield is sunk down a bit. Oh, interesting. Keyframe. Okay, now this is interesting. Alright, I'm going to end up just having to delete this one because there's just so many issues right now. So we're just going to continue on. If the one on YouTube craps out, which is very possible at this point, we're just gonna have to go over to Twitch and finish watching it there, or you're gonna have to come back and watch it again on once I download it again. It does seem pretty smooth here on Twitch, so I don't know, something's not working right on the YouTube side today for some reason or another. I don't know. But we'll plug on and we'll get it done on Twitch. So done a video tour of the John Deere Factory Museum. Nice. Yeah, because he doesn't live too far from there, I don't think, is it, if I remember correctly. But that's pretty cool. All right, we're still en route to Singer. About 42 nautical miles. I think what I may do is start asking. I want to go. Let's go to 20,000 feet. I think, but I want to just double check, kind of look ahead at what we got coming up here. All right, so that's what we got right there. So yeah, I think I'm going to go to 20,000, ask for that now, so that we are kind of ahead of the curve, as I like to call it. So let's see, we are at 260, so 6,000 feet.
Minneapolis Center, Froggy Tree 1 tree. Request flight level 200.
Froggy Tree 1 tree, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200, Froggy Tree 1 tree.
Ooh, it's snowy. Look at that. He's Minnesota. Yeah, okay, so it's not too far from there. Yeah, we got snow on the ground again. Look at that. I really like how it looks from the air when we have the snow on the ground like this. It just kind of gives it like a really different look to the terrain below us. Like even the stream there looks like or that river is all covered in snow, like it's iced over or something. The freeways are all not cleared. Even the freeways got snow. Boy, nobody would get anywhere if it was like that in real life. Yeah, I apologize for the hiccup on YouTube today. I never know. That's the difficult part, is I never know when it's going to act up and when it's going to be fairly stable for the entire stream. So it might be an issue with Aircast itself. It might be YouTube itself. It might be Twitch on my Xbox. So sometimes that acts up and then I don't. But it seems like it's fine over on the. You know, when I'm looking at the stream window, it seems to be okay.
Contact Chicago Center on 127.05. Good day.
We do a road trip. I would like to. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing.
Chicago Center, Froggy Tree 1 tree is at flight level 2 tree advise descending flight level 200. Foggy Tree 13 Chicago Center. Continue as planned.
Yeah, right now, road trips and trips in general are kind of not happening anytime soon, unfortunately. Wow, yeah, I see it now. Yeah, it's acting up on. Wow, what again? 7 likes. See, that really, man, I get so many likes and now I gotta delete this video and upload it again. And I don't even know, I have to look at the one on Twitch to make sure it's good to go throughout on Twitch. And I think it will be, but I gotta make sure before I download it. Hopefully tonight I'm gonna be flying with Captain Arish, and we're gonna continue our flights along, flight in Australia. So looking forward to that. Yeah, go figure. That one day I get this many likes on a video right off the bat, and now I got to delete it. That's terrible. So Mick, what is what's on the menu for tonight for your guys' stream? Are you taking another night off, or you have to have a board meeting to discuss what you guys are going to do tonight? Oh, your truck simulator. Oh, the carnage is back. Now the question will be, will Milla be joining in the carnage today? Or will it be up to Chris to bring the carnage? Or will it be the both of them trying to run each other off the road? And then on top of that, the crazy AI trying to run you guys off the road. So we're here, let's see, we got 13 nautical miles left to go to our, so we're right in good position, so when we hit nasal, when we hit the nasal cavity, we'll already be in good position for right there, and then we'll go down to 13,000 feet from there. ETS2, looking forward to that tonight. Seeing what you guys are going to be up to, where you're going to be at, and all that. Try to earn the big dollars, as always. So Mick, has it been stable on Twitch the entire time? Pulse and I just drive, everything else happens. Yeah, exactly, Mick. Has it been stable the entire time on Twitch, Mick? As far as you know? Because if that's the case, then I won't really have to kind of check it. Still looks good? Okay. All right, perfect. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna have to delete this one and forego those 7 thumbs up. That sucks, but it is what it is. I appreciate that though. And I'll just have to re-upload it. Once we get done landing and call it a day, I'll get over to the bigger computer and do all the magic there, and it'll be, I'm just not going to even premiere it. I'm just going to put it on there. Actually, I'll put a premiere. Heck with it. Yeah, why not? So if you could go back in and give it a thumbs up again, I'd greatly appreciate that. Your choice, of course. Dealer's choice. All right, we're almost there, and we'll turn slightly to the left. There we are. We are turning to the left. Not even a slight turn. Kind of slight. All right, so I think from here I want to get down to 13,000 feet so that we are set up for success. So I'm going to ask for decrease by 7,000.
Chicago Center, Froggy Tree 1 tree. Request 13,000 feet. Froggy Tree 1 tree descent and maintain 13,000 feet. Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Froggy Tree 1 tree.
Yeah, I just never know when YouTube's gonna do got its own little issues or whatever. Oh, we're gonna go flying through the clouds here in a moment. Yay, clouds! We're gonna have to get. No, I think I'm just gonna leave it right where it is. We got to be at 10 by the time we get to IOW. And our final altitude that we got to be on is going to be 2,500 feet, I believe. Yeah, or 2,300. So we are towards the end of the flight. Do appreciate everybody coming in today and hanging out. Sorry that YouTube has been up to no good. Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit quicker here. Oh, no, other way. Oops, I almost goofed that up pretty badly there. Just blame Chris for the chaos. Well, Chris is happy to, he knows he causes the chaos. That's his selling point for being along for the convoy. All right, I gotta find out what the barometric pressure is. KML.
Froggy Tree 1 tree contact Chicago Center on 118.15. Good day.
We should get an altimeter reading here with them.
118.15. Froggy Tree 1 tree. Chicago Center Froggy Tree 1 tree is at 15,500 feet, descending 13,000 feet.
Froggy Tree 1 tree, Chicago Center altimeter tree 0.07, continue to Wilma as planned.
Was it 3003? I wish they would automatically update. If I do it here, it should do it in the other one, but 3007. Oops. All right, now we're cooking with Crisco. We are on our way to our next one, so I think we're going to be right where we need to be for that one. That's at 26 nautical miles. So then we're going to go down to 10,000 feet once we get to our 13,000. We'll ask for 10. And then we should be set for success coming in. We're supposed to get snow again today. Yay us. We had 60-degree weather for the last couple days, aside from the rain. Now we're supposed to get snow again. So tomorrow we're going to continue from Moline and we're going to end up in Indianapolis. I don't know if we're going to fly over or near the Speedway. I do want it. That's a scenic Sunday we could do in the future. Is a flight around Indianapolis, Indiana, and talk about the Speedway and the history and everything there. I think that'd be a good stream for a scenic Sunday. Yeah, this scenic Sunday, we're not doing a traditional scenic Sunday. We're doing a flight in the F-14. We're going from Miramar to Davis Air Force Base. We will be flying the B model. We will be notionally handing it over to the graveyard, the aircraft graveyard there near Davis Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona. If you want to have a look at what it looks like, you can Google it and it'll show you an aerial picture of all these planes just sitting there out there in the Tucson sun. Alright, let's get to 10. Yeah, we can go ahead from here. So that's what we're going to be doing on Sunday.
Chicago Center.
We will never turn in the A model because that has our beloved Jolly Rogers livery.
Froggy 313 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Although
Froggy
all those
313.
aircraft have since been retired and scrapped
Froggy
or whatever.
313 contact Chicago Center on 132 decimate. Good day.
So yeah,
Going
be a
to
nice little
13,
flight this
2
Sunday.
decimal 8, Froggy 313. Chicago Center Froggy 313 is at 13,000 feet.
See, we have another
descending
altimeter
10,000
reading.
feet.
Froggy 313 Chicago Center altimeter 30.06 continue to Wellman as planned.
Very minor change in the altimeter reading. Metric pressure. Do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out here on the middle of the week. Nice to see you all here. Unfortunately, too bad that YouTube had to act up today. Hopefully it will be sorted by tomorrow. I'm going to try to reboot everything and see if that clears stuff out or whatever. If not, then what we may just do is I'll have to just stream on Twitch and then I'll have to upload it to YouTube later on.
Froggy 313 contact Chicago Center on 135.6.
If it seems like it's going to be an issue.
135.6 Froggy 313. Chicago Center Froggy 313 10,200 feet.
Froggy 313 Chicago Center altimeter 30.06 continue to Wellman as planned.
Yeah, really, I like when the live weather really works. It looks so much better. It looks more dramatic. And I do like flying through the clouds. That is kind of fun, even when you can't see anything outside. All right, there's Velma, and then IOW will be our next marker. So we were already set at 10,000 feet for that one. We are ahead of the curve, and then after that we should. I don't know that we're going to have any other. We may not be able to call and ask for further reductions. They may tell us to go from there to there, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So, kind of looking just ahead briefly. Just a real quick snapshot here of what we got coming up. So we're going to turn. We're going to go here, and then we're going to get to here. And then we're going to turn, let's see, we're going to turn right and then left, and we're just going to go straight on in. So hopefully, there should be no issues going into the airport now. Everything should be set correctly. Our route and everything should be all legit, no issues. At what I should done, rest my internet before I started. Well, I mean, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Well, your internet is kind of wonky to begin with, Joseph. I mean, to be honest, that's the reality is your internet is suspect to begin with. And unfortunately, you're kind of stuck with that, you know, because you can't get your own, you know, which would be the preferable thing, but I understand that's something not in the possibilities for you. Alright, let's go to 5,000. At least, oops, nope, not increase, decrease, please.
Chicago Center, Froggy Tree 1 tree. Request 5,000 feet.
Froggy Tree 1 tree, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain.
So then at least
5,000 feet.
we're even
Froggy
closer
Tree
to
1
our, you know, it won't be a huge jump to go to 2,300 from 5,000.
1 tree, 2 decimal, 8 Froggy Tree 1 tree. Chicago Center Froggy Tree 1 tree is at 10,000 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Froggy Tree 1 tree, Chicago Center, altimeter tree 0.06, continue to India Oscar Whiskey as planned.
Alright, no major changes there. Well, this thing just really wants to go today. I've throttled back and it's still wanting to go fast. Yeah, I feel bad for you, Joseph, because you're kind of stuck with what you got. You don't have a choice.
You are 55 miles west. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 90 approach.
There we go. Good choice to get down to 5,000.
Clear to India Oscar Whiskey.
Because from there it should be just a straight. We should be at a good enough altitude. And we should go right on in. Final 2,400 is roughly our expected altitude. They're saying here 23. So if we're within that tolerance range, we should be good to go. Now see, that it looks like it's doing the same thing it did yesterday, but maybe not. Let's see what happens, because it seemed like it was going to go off course here. Nope, it's going on, staying on course. Good.
13 climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
No. No. You cleared me all the way to here. I'm going to stay right at 5,000. No. 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 Negative, Ghost Rider. That is not happening. You guys cleared me all the way down here. You gave me permission. I asked. So, nope. We're staying right here. I think staying at 5,000 feet is more than reasonable. It's not like we're going over people's houses at 2,400 feet.
Froggy Tree 13, please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
No, we're going to stay right here. I don't think there's anything in our way that would make it necessary for us to go to 13,000. Like, we're not going over any low mountain or whatever as we come into the airport, so we're fine. It's pretty flat all the way through. That's why you got that wind chill in this area. Nothing to stop the wind.
Froggy Tree 13, please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
There's no reason for me to add 8,000 and then go right down to 2,300 or 2,400. That just doesn't seem very reasonable to me. So we're just going to go with this. We're going to stay right here. That's why I asked for permission. This seems to be one of the problems with this sim, is that you go based on what they told us here. We were supposed to be at certain altitudes at a certain marker, right?
Froggy Tree 13, contact Chicago Center on 118.75.
So if I follow that, why would it tell me to go ahead and go and then turn around and tell me to climb back up to 13,000? That doesn't make any sense.
Is passing 5,000 feet, climbing 13,000 feet. Froggy Tree 13, Chicago Center altimeter tree 0.0.
We're past IOW.
India Oscar Whiskey, as planned.
See, they think we're way back there for some reason, and we're basically getting ready to go into approach. So I don't know why it does that. Something's not right. It thinks that we're farther back in the flight than we are right now for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm just going to have to kind of play the waiting game, wait for the system to kind of catch up, it seems, and then we should be fine. We'll go down to 2,400 feet, give or take. One of the two. It's going to be one of those. And then we'll get ready to land. I think I'm...
Froggy Tree 13, please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
Yeah, see, it thinks that we're farther back. That's why. That seems to be an ongoing problem with this sim for some reason. I don't get it. Sometimes it works fine, and other times it's like it doesn't want to. It's kind of doing its own thing. But we're fine. We're going to stay right here. Look at this. It's almost like this is a... Other than the green trees poking out, you'd think this is on the moon or something. It's just crazy. So for railroad enthusiasts, if you ever get a chance to go to Union, Illinois, it's got a huge train museum. Huge museum. And they got all kinds of stuff to check out. So if you ever get a chance to get out there, I highly recommend it.
Froggy Tree 13.
And if you're lucky, you can take a ride on the Zephyr, the Nebraska Zephyr, I think.
Foggy Tree 13, approach altimeter tree 0.05. Continue to India Oscar Whiskey as planned.
We're past India Oscar Whiskey. That's the thing. Something's not right. That's for sure. Eventually, it's just the system will catch up to itself. What we may end up doing, if we're going to fly general aviation, we may just go to VFR and not IFR. We'll do a VOR to VOR, so we're not worried about stuff like this. Yeah, I think because trying to do IFR in land, well, because then I would have to activate the approach. That's the only thing, which is fine. We could do that. I guess. I don't know. But we just might just do VFR flying for a while, but then we have to turn off the live weather because if it's super cloudy, we're not going to be able to fly VFR. Well, I guess if we have a Garmin system like this, like in the Cessna 172, we could still do it. We could fly VFR, and I could just set a course, and it'll fly.
Please expedite your climb 13,000 feet.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. It just seems like it seems to think that we're farther back, that we haven't even crossed IOW yet. That's crazy. So let's just have a look here. So we should see our marker coming up. It should be coming into the frame here, or it should already been in the frame. There it goes. We're going to turn, make that right, and then we're going to make a left. I think once we get to this marker here, it will kind of, the system will catch up, and then we'll be told to go to 2300. Alright, so that's there. So our airport is over to our right somewhere. Or, yeah, over here, because we're going to go right and then left. And we'll be lined up. See? Oh, it never fails.
And maintain 2,300 feet. Froggy Tree 13.
It never fails. Alright, we should turn here pretty soon. And then we'll make that right and another left, and then we'll be all set. Should be all set for this landing. Should be right on target. Yeah, I don't know why this keeps doing this, but there's not much else I can do at this point other than I'm just going to have to delete this. And yeah, see, it's going to probably end as saying there's no data even though it says it's green. I don't know. This has just been really wonky today. I apologize, folks. You just never know when it's going to do this sort of stuff. So I do appreciate everybody coming in, showing the love. Seven thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. Really awesome. All right, so there's our turn to the right. It's turning. It's turning. It's still turning. Now, it looks like there's a little airport there, maybe. Nope. That's just some kind of a business complex or something, I guess. Yeah, this is really strange today. All right.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree, you are 14 miles west of Quad City. Contact
That should be our
tower
airport over there.
119.4 when inbound on the approach. Tower on 119.4 Froggy Tree 1 Tree. Tower Froggy Tree 1 Tree 13 miles west inbound ILS runway 9er approach.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree Tower. Altimeter tree 0.021 tree 1218. Cleared ILS runway 9er approach.
3002.
Cleared ILS runway 9er approach. Froggy Tree 1 Tree.
As long as that one is lined up, got our correct altitude. Yep, there we go. There's our airport there in the front, in the distance there. Get a little bit closer and I'll gauge the... Perfect. Let me just go ahead and engage the approach mode now. Let's see what happens. Nothing yet. It's showing we're a bit off track. It seems like it should correct itself as we get closer. It's kind of bringing us back in line, it looks like. There may be a crosswind. That might be part of the problem. But we're at a good altitude, so if we have to do it ourselves, then we're set to do that. So... but it should nose over, and we should just go right on in once we get to SK wrap, or yeah, SK wrap. We're not going to worry about Zikra. That's not in our plan. Yeah, look at that crosswind. Oof, that is brutal. Wow, look at this. It's like the whole river is iced over. Check that out. I wonder if you could actually land on that. So it should capture it right here in a moment. If not, we're in good position to do it ourselves. If we have to.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree 1 Tree 1218. Cleared to land runway 9er.
There we go. Perfect.
Froggy Tree 1 Tree.
All right, at least this one engaged. All of our flaps are down, all of our wheels are down. Are we going too fast or too slow? Something tells me it's too fast. There we go. Doesn't even look like our runway is cleared off. Look at that. For an international airport, that doesn't look very good. That the runway, now once we get closer, it'll probably kind of clear up. Look at that. You could see like the ice, it's icy, then it's not. You got these cars driving on the snow. There we are. On behalf of,
turn next taxiway.
well, if you give me, oh, way up there. Okay, take care, Milla. Nice, thank you for stopping by. You got here, you're leaving just in time. We just landed, so thank you. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Moline, Illinois. Local time is 6:50 in the morning. We understand and appreciate the fact that you have many options when it comes to your live stream viewing pleasures. We're glad that you chose to fly with us today. Do join us tomorrow. I'm going to turn here. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to keep going all the way down there.
13 contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er for Froggy Tree 1 tree. Ground Froggy Tree 1 tree taxi to parking.
Froggy Tree 1 tree taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Juliet cross runway 5 Golf Echo cross runway tree 1 Echo cross runway 27 Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Juliet cross runway 5 Golf Echo cross runway tree 1 Echo cross runway 27 Alpha Froggy Tree 1 tree.
So do join us tomorrow. Well, that's not what I was looking for. As we continue our flight from here to Indianapolis, Indiana. 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK. This is the plan for tomorrow. I will hopefully get things sorted. If not, we're just going to go to Twitch and stream it on Twitch, and then we'll download it and put it on YouTube later, if necessary, if it comes to that. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, it went pretty well. Better than the one yesterday, that's for sure. Well, yesterday wasn't too bad, but at least this time everything worked as intended. Now, I think yesterday's, I misread the approach plate, as they call it. And, yeah, we We had a little hiccup there, but we still made it on the ground. But this one worked really well today, despite the fact that they wanted us to go back to 13,000 feet for no particular reason, other than, again, I think what it is that they, in the system or whatever, it seems to think that we are back a bit in our flight, and that's not the case. We crossed over that, but it didn't update in the quote-unquote ATC mind, that we'd already crossed that. But we made some good decisions, I think. We stayed right where we needed to be so that we would have a successful landing. There we go. That's the important part. Now we're just going to take a little taxi tour of Moline. So that's okay. We'll get to our parking spot here shortly. Pardon me, I can't seem to talk today. Yeah, that was good stuff. I guess if we continued on this runway, we would have turned right here, but you never know which way it's going to go, so I just pulled off so that we were off the runway. At least the taxiways are kind of plowed. Get out the way, vehicle. I'm trying to taxi here and you're holding up traffic. What are you like? So yeah, I do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Sorry that YouTube was playing up today. Oh, look at this fancy little... This doesn't look like an airport. This looks like a... excuse me, a vacation village or something. But hey, what do I know? This is like... It is. That's exactly what it is. Look at, you got like a little... yeah. Oh, isn't this fancy? Alright, there we are. Let's make sure everything gets caught up. Boy, it is really behind on Twitch. Oops. It's probably catching up now. Yep, it's trying. It's almost caught up, and then we'll shut everything down and then we'll be done for the day. Alright, almost set, it looks like. As soon as it shows that the props are stopped, and we'll get everything done. Well, hopefully everybody enjoyed today's flight. Again, I apologize that YouTube was acting up, it seems, or I don't know if it's YouTube, Twitch, or a combination of the two. Just doesn't seem like it was working well together today. Go ahead and get this switched. There we go. Hour and 6 minutes. Not too bad, but we streamed for an hour 20 minutes, 26, so we took a little bit of time with taxied and doing the startup and everything. So anyway, that will be it for today. I do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Hopefully everything will be sorted. But again, if not, we're just going to go live on Twitch and we'll go from there. So if you don't see me on YouTube, if you got my Twitch account, head over there and hang out, and I'll see you there then. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, morning, afternoon, evening, early Thursday morning, wherever you are in the world. Until then, peace, live long and prosper.